Good morning, students. Welcome to our Aadhaar ICS YouTube channel. I'm Rashmi Singh. So, how are you all? Hope you all are doing well. Here we are going to discuss the current affairs section from January 22 to 23. In the last classes, I have covered all the national affair news. Now we will go through the international current affairs, which are important for all your exams, all your coming PT exams. So please try to attention and please do watch the complete session. So the first point is from the Global Skill Report 2022. The first place Switzerland, the rank of India is 68th. So you have to remember it's the Global Skill Report 2022. The first place of the country is Switzerland and the rank of India is 68th. The West Bengal ranked first among the Indian state, and among the Indian state, the Global Skill Development Report, West Bengal ranks among the top of the Indian states. Coming to the next point, according to a recently released global report, India ranks third in the world in renewable energy production. China is in the first place and America is in the second place. So try to remember these facts. According to a recently released global report, India ranks third in the world in renewable energy production. China is in the first place and America is in the second place. Okay. So you have to remember these countries' name: India, China, and US. Coming to the next point, recently India's Lieutenant General Mohan Subramanyam was appointed as the new military commander of the United Nations mission in Sudan. India's Lieutenant General Mohan Subramanyam was appointed as the new military commander of United Nations. Remember, it's a United Nations mission in Sudan. Next point is about Asia Pacific Sustainable Index. Okay, issued by the international property consultant Knight Frank. First place is acquired by Singapore and Indian city Bengaluru ranked 14th. Means it's a Asia Pacific Sustainable Index issued by the international property consultant Knight. You have to remember issued by whom? It is issued by international property consultant Knight. First place Singapore and Indian city Bangalore ranked 14th. You have to remember the rank of India. So those who have not subscribed the channel, please subscribe it, like it, and please try to share the link with the other educational groups so that you will be benefited from our national and international current affairs section. And please try to watch the complete video. Next, India has been selected by UNESCO to the Intergovernmental Committee on Intangible Cultural Heritage for a period of 2022 to 2026. Its objective its objective is to highlight the cultural heritage of India at the national and international level. Means it has been selected by the UNESCO to the Intergovernmental Committee of Intangible Cultural Heritage for a period of 2022 to 2026. You have to remember its time period and it has been selected by the UNESCO. Coming to the next point, recently Elon Musk has cancelled the $44 billion deal to buy Twitter. Remember, it's a very important point. Coming to the next point, recently there was cooperation between India and Australia on the rare earth elements, especially lithium. Lithium comes under rare earth element. Australia produces 55% of the world's lithium. So it's a cooperation between India and Australia. Coming to the next point, according to the World Food Security and Nutrition Status Report released by the United Nations, the number of people affected by hunger in the world in the year 2021 is 8 to 8 million, and the number of malnourished people in India has came down to 224.3 million. You have to remember the facts and figures. It's about World Food Security and Nutrition Status Report released by the United Nations. You have to remember the organization name. the World Food Security and Nutrition Status Report released by the United Nations, and the number of people affected by hunger in the world in the year 2021 is 8 to 8 million. And the number of malnourished people in India has been come down to 224.3 million. Dear student, very soon we will be going to start the Bihar current affairs section and the previous year's question. So please try to watch the video, watch the complete video so that you will be benefited from the previous year's question and the Bihar special question, whose exam is on 12th Feb. So as soon as you complete your current affairs section, please go to that section to watch the previous year's question and the current affairs section of Bihar. Okay, and try to share the link with the other channels or the other students. Coming back to the point, former Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe was shot dead during the election campaign in Japanese city of Nara on 7th July. Remember, this is a very important point. This question has been asked on the previous year's question of Bihar Public and Sanitary Waste Management Officer exam. So remember this point, okay? Former Prime Minister former Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe was shot dead during election campaign and in the Japanese city of Nara. You have to remember the city name and the date on which he was shot dead. That is on 7th July. Next point. Recently, British Prime Minister Boris Johnson resigned from his post after scandals came to light during his power. Who has resigned? You have to remember the PM's name, that is Boris Johnson, from his post after the scandals came to light. Next point. Remember, we are going through the international current affair. In the previous lectures, we have completed the national current affairs section. So those who have not watched that videos, please try to visit our previous links and you can complete your international current affairs section and other GS related sections also, such as polity, geography, history, science and tech, economy. So please try to watch our videos regularly and try to subscribe the channel. Next point, the NATO Madrid summit was held in Madrid, Spain from June 28th to June 30th. This was the 32nd edition of the conference. Apart from the member of countries, Sweden and Finland were also invited to this. Means it's a NATO Madrid summit which was held from 28th June to 30th June and it was held in Madrid and Spain. This was the 32nd edition of the conference. Apart from the member countries, Sweden and Finland were also invited to this. Means apart from the member countries also, all the other countries were also invited to the summit. Next, a two-day conference was held in Tashkent, the capital of Uzbekistan, to discuss the situation. It was attended by 20 countries and the senior diplomat J.P. Singh from India. So it's a two-day conference. It was held in Tashkent, the capital of Uzbekistan. And it was all about to discuss the situation. It was attended by 20 countries and the senior diplomat from India, senior diplomat J.P. Singh attended this conference. Coming to the next point. Recently, Wasifa Nazreen became the second and the first woman from Bangladesh to scale Mount Everest. You have to remember the person name, that is Wasifa Nazreen, and she is the first woman. So being a woman, she have scaled the Mount Everest. It's very important for your examination point of view. Wasifa Nazreen became the second and the first woman from Bangladesh. She became the first and the first woman. She became the second and the first woman from Bangladesh to scale the Mount Everest. Mount K2. Next point. India signed a memorandum of understanding with Egypt for the construction of a green hydrogen factory in the Suez Canal economic zone. The factory will invest $8 million and have a production capacity of 20,000 tons. So you have to remember India has signed a MOU of MOU with Egypt for the construction of green hydrogen factory. So it's important because it's the construction of green hydrogen factory in Suez Canal economic zone. And the factory will invest $8 billion and have a production capacity of 20,000 tons. So we were going through April international current affair. We have completed this. Now we will come the August international current affairs. And those who have not watched the video yet of national current affair, please go through the playlist, download it, and watch the national current affair because these points are important for PP purpose. There will be a question of 30 to 35 in out of 150 question. There is a trend of asking of 30 to 35 question which are beneficial to all the exams such as SSC, railway, banking, UPPCS, UPSC, Bihar SSC, Bihar SI, constable, MPPSC. All questions, there will be a set of number of questions from current affairs section, so please try to pay attention and please try to watch the complete video. Now we will come to the August international section. So the first point is the world's first hydrogen powered passenger train was launched in Germany. Remember, world's first hydrogen powered passenger train was launched in Germany. The speed of the train will be 140 km per hour and its range will be 1000 km. So it's the first hydrogen powered passenger train was launched in Germany. Next, India signed an agreement with Nepal Investment Board for the construction of two hydraulic power projects on Seti River in Nepal. So India signed an agreement with which country? With Nepal for the construction of two hydraulic projects on the river Seti in Nepal. So you have to remember the river name which is in Nepal, and MOU has been signed between India and Nepal. Next point. Recently, the US Parliament has approved Sweden and Finland to join NATO. In July, current international affair, we have learned that Finland and NATO have been invited, and these two countries have been. Recently, the US Parliamentary has approved Sweden and Finland to join the NATO. Okay, coming to the next point. Scotland has become the first country in the world to legislate on providing free sanitary pads to women. This question was asked in 67 BPSC PT exam and it was repeated in BPSC Sanitary and Waste Management and Bihar SSC exam. So this question is very important. The Scotland has become the first country in the world to legislate on providing free sanitary pads to the women. Next point. External Affairs Minister of India S. Jaishankar unveiled the statue of Mahatma Gandhi in Paraguay during his official visit to America. So, External Affairs Minister of India, that is S. Jaishankar, unveiled the statue of Mahatma Gandhi in Paraguay during his official visit to America. So, you have to remember the name of place and the name of statue. Coming to the next point, the 65th Commonwealth Parliamentary Conference was held in Canada from 20 to 26 20 to 26 August. In this, India was represented by Lok Sabha Speaker Om Birla. Means Om Birla represented in Canada for the 65th Commonwealth Parliamentary Conference, which was held in 20th August to 26 August. Next point is about Guinness Book of World Record. A 17-year-old Mac Rutherford has become the world's youngest pilot. Remember, world's youngest pilot to fly over 250 hours in 52nd countries. Means Mac Rutherford is a 17-year-old is the world youngest pilot to fly 250 hours in 52 countries. Means he has covered 52 countries. And this is an achievement and recognized by the Guinness Book of World Record. Okay. Next point is about India and Bangladesh. India and Bangladesh have signed an agreement on the sharing of water of Kushiara River, a tributary of the Barak River. The Kushiara River flows through Assam and then into Bangladesh. You have to remember the river flows from Assam and then into Bangladesh. And it's an agreement signed between India and Bangladesh, the water of Kushiara, a river tributary of Barak River. Next point is about recently India signed an agreement with Maldives to promote information technology and digitalization in the judicial sector. Means it's an agreement between India and Maldives to promote the information technology and digitalization in the judiciary sector. So you have to remember the country's name. It is between India and Maldives. Remember, we are going through international current affair of month August. Hindustan Aeronautics Limited has entered into an agreement to open its first office in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia for international marketing and business. The office will be helpful in manufacturing services the Sukhoi 30 fighter aircraft. Remember, Hindustan Aeronautics Limited has entered an agreement to open its first office in Kuala Lumpur. Means you have to remember which company. Hindustan Aeronautics means Hall has entered to an agreement to open its first office in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, and this will be helpful in the manufacturing and service of the Sukhoi 30 fighter aircraft. Next point is about India has signed an MOU with France for the cooperation in the field of transport. So MOU has been signed between India and France. Okay. Next point. UK has become the first country in the world to approve the dual vaccine for the Omicron virus. Which country has become the first? UK has become the first country in the world for the approval of dual vaccine for the Omicron virus. Coming to the next point, India's social physiologist Professor Ramdhar Singh was inducted into America's Heritage Wall of Fame. He is the first Indian physiologist to receive this honor. So we have to remember his name, that is Ramdhar Singh, and he is being the first Indian physiologist to receive this honor. Which honor? America's Heritage Wall of Fame. Okay, this is very important in the coming exam because there will be number of questions asked in the award section, so you have to remember there also, and you can repeat this question in this in international affair also. Coming to the next point, the US has killed Al Qaeda chief. Again, it's a very important. US has killed Al Qaeda chief Anilan al-Zawahiri in a drone strike in Afghanistan during Hellfire 9X missile. So this point is very important. US has killed Al-Qaeda chief. He is Al-Qaeda chief and man al-Zawahiri in a drone strike in Afghanistan using the Hellfire 9X missile. So the drone strike took place in Afghanistan and the missile was used Hellfire 9X missile. Next point, Indian Oil Corporation Limited signed an MOU with Bangladesh. Indian Oil Corporation has signed MOU with Bangladesh Road and Highway Department for the supply of petroleum products. Means it's a signed MOU with Bangladesh Road and Highway Department for the supply of petroleum products. Okay. Next point is about Mexican President Andres Manuel Lopez Obrador has proposed a three-man commission comprising Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Mexican President Andres Manuel Lopez Obrador has proposed a three-man commission. Okay, do we have to remember his name for this? Next point is about Sri Dharmendra Pradhan hold bilateral meetings and co-chairs the sixth meeting of Australia-India Educational Council with Australian counterpart H.E. Jason Clare. Means it's a bilateral relation between India and Australia, which was co-chairs the sixth meeting of Australian and Indian Education Council with Australian counterpart H.E. Jason Clare. Okay. Next point. Lok Sabha Speaker Om Birla unveiled the statue of Om Swami Vivekanand Panduranga Khankhoje in Mexico. So who has unveiled its Om Birla on the Swami Vivekanand and Panduranga Khankhoje in Mexico? You have to remember the Swami's name. He is Om Swami Vivekanand Panduranga Khankhoje in Mexico. Okay. This all completes the current August international current affairs. Now we will come to September international affairs. Remember, we have completed our national current affair. Those who have not watched the videos yet, please go through the channel and visit the videos of national current affairs. Coming to next month, that is September. Recently, India and UAE signed a memorandum of understanding for cooperation in the field of education. You have to remember the country's name, that is UAE, and India has signed MOU for the cooperation in the field of education. Next point is about FAO. The Food and Agriculture Organization released the Blue Transformation Roadmap 22-23 for fisheries and agriculture. Between FAO, the Food and Agriculture Organization released the Blue Transformation Roadmap 22-23 for fisheries and agriculture. Its objective is to encourage the economic development, employment, environmental improvements, etc. in the area of blue economy. So it's a agreement signed between the for the blue transformation roadmap of fisheries and agriculture. It's for the development of blue economy. Coming to the next point, the seventh Eastern Economic Forum was organized in Vladivostok, Russia from 5th to 8th September 2022, which was addressed virtually by Prime Minister Narendra Modi. This meeting is held every year since 2050 in Vladivostok, Russia. You have to remember it's a seventh Eastern Economic Forum organized by Russia in Vladivostok on 5th to 8th September. It was addressed virtually, means PM Modi participated there virtually. The meeting is held every year since 2015 in means this meeting is held every year. The meeting is holding every year from 2015 and in Vladivostok. Okay. Next point is about index. Remember, all the index are very important for exam point of view, such as human right index, Henley passport index. All the index and the sustainable development reports are very important for your examination point of view in case of PT exams. So it's about human development index, that is 2122. This is issued by UNDP, United Nations Development Program. First place is Switzerland. Rank of India is 132. So you have to remember India's rank and the countries who got the first place. The first place is Switzerland. Rank of India is 132 in SDI report 2021-22. Next point is from World Water Congress and Exhibition 2022. It was organized in Copenhagen, the capital of Denmark, and the Union Ministry of Jal Shakti, Gajendra Singh Shekhawat, participated there. So it's a World Water Congress and Exhibition. It was organized in Copenhagen, and Indian Jal Shakti Minister Gajendra Singh participated there. Next point is about India launches joint white paper on urban wastewater scenario in India with Denmark at World Water Congress Exhibition 22 in Copenhagen. So it launches a joint white paper on urban wastewater scenario in India with Denmark at World Water Congress and Exhibition 22 in Copenhagen. Students, we will cover all the national affairs section, international affair, economics and science and tech, economic sections such as budget 22-23, economic survey, awards, sports section. All will be covered in this current affairs section only, so please try to watch our videos regularly. Those who have not subscribed, please subscribe it. Please try to watch the complete video, because watching 2-3 minutes or 5 minutes will not going to help anyone. You have to watch the complete video because there are a number of facts and figures which are important for your exam. So please try to watch the complete video. And if you like the video, please share the link with the other students so that they can also be benefited from our channel. Next point, India's Defense Minister Rajnath Singh and External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar visited Tokyo. They have visited Tokyo, and their purpose was to participate in 2+2 ministerial talk. Minister Rajnath Singh and Minister S. Jaishankar visited Tokyo for India Japan 2 plus 2 ministerial talk. Apart from Japan, India holds 2 plus 2 talk with US, Australia, and Russia. Means he has India holds 2 plus 2 meeting with US, Australia, Russia, and Japan also. Okay. Next point is about UNESCO list. Recently, three cities of India. You have to remember this point is very important. So try to listen it carefully and try to repeat this session regularly before your exam. This will help to fetch good marks in your exams. Recently, three cities of India have been included in UNESCO Global Network of Learning Cities, which is Thrissur, Kerala; Nilambur, Kerala; Warangal, Telangana. Thrissur, Kerala, the cultural capital of Kerala. You have to remember it's the cultural capital of India. Sorry, Kerala. Nilambur, Kerala, the famous for ecotourism. So you have to remember the place name and the for which it is important. Thrissur, the cultural capital of Kerala. Nilambur, famous for ecotourism. Warangal is in Telangana for cultural heritage. So these three cities have been included in UNESCO's global network of learning cities. Okay. Next point is about India and Bangladesh signed MOU in seven sectors during the visit of Bangladesh Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina to India. Means seven MOUs have been signed during the visit of during the visit of Bangladesh Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina to India. When Sheikh Hasina came to India, she signed seven MOUs with India for the better development, better trade relation and other relation with India. Next point, Bharat Petroleum Corporation Limited has entered into an agreement with Brazilian oil company Petrobras for the supply of crude oil. Means Bharat Petroleum Corporation Limited has entered in an agreement. An agreement was signed with the Brazilian oil company and Bharat Petroleum Corporation for the supply of crude oil. So you have to remember between which countries the agreement took place. It was between Brazilian company and Indian company for the crude oil. Coming to the next point, recently South Africa was chosen to host the country for the BRICS summit for the year 2023. Means BRICS summit 2023 will be hosted in the South African countries. Okay. Coming to the next point, recently, during the visit of Indian Defence Minister Rajnath Singh to Mongolia, the president of there gifted him a horse and named Tejas. Means when Indian Defence Minister Rajnath Singh visited to Mongolia, he was gifted with a horse whose name was Tejas. Next point. Recently, a street in Canada has been named after the famous Indian musician A.R. Rahman. This is also very important for the examination point of view. Means a street in Canada has been named after the famous Indian musician that is A.R. Rahman. So you have to remember the country's name that is A.R. Rahman and A.R. Rahman and the person named A.R. Rahman, Indian musician A.R. Rahman, and the street has been named in Canada after him. Next point, India and Egypt signed a memorandum of understanding to enhance the cooperation in the field of defense. Means MOU have been signed between India and Egypt. It will enhance the cooperation in the field of defense. Coming to the next point, Kazakhstan to change the name of capital from Nur Sultan back to Astana. Means the name of capital name of Kazakhstan has been changed from Nur Sultana to Astana. So this is very important for your examination for PT purpose because this type of question has been asked number of times. Means the places name, the new places and the old places there in India, there have been number of places, the name of places have been changed such as railway station, park, statue. So as in same is the case with the capital of Kazakhstan. So if please try to watch our complete video. If you like the channel, please share it with the other educational group. Thanks for watching and keep watching for latest update.